Hello and welcome to another episode of Inside the ICO, where we let you see through the looking glass, look behind the veil, look through the window at what it really takes to launch a successful ICO and real world business. Now, a gray area in the cryptocurrency realm has always been tax, and fundraising and raising capital is no exception to that rule.
So we had a call this afternoon with the tax office talking about how we would deal with or contribute any capital that might be raised as part of an ICO, and how the ATO will view that in terms of income and payment. So a really good meeting, a really good chance for us to get on the front foot and engage with them, and certainly, you know, they were very open, engaging and appreciative of the fact that we did get in on the front foot. They had a few questions for us, which we now need to go away and answer. But overall, very good, very positive. You know, we're on the right track. Everybody's pretty happy with the progress and the rate that we're going at, and things look very positive.
Now, in order to provide investors with confidence when investing in your product or solution, usually what you need is something called an MVP, or a minimum viable product. And even to get to that stage, you need to raise some capital. That's going to help you with your literature, your documentation, your marketing, developing your MVP, developing your website, etc. And so what you usually want to do is what's called a seed round before you even get to the stage of asking people for their money to invest in your cryptocurrency through the ICO.
We also had a meeting today with the accountant and the financial advisors around how to structure the seed round and what the corporate structure might look like, what the documentation might look like, what the offer needs to look like, and how to put all those pieces together. The seed round's a very important round. It happens well before the ICO, and really sets the tone, I guess, of the main sale. And you know, it's critical to get that right. It's critical to be accessing the right people, to have the right information, and most importantly, have the right structures in place. The structures that'll, you know, protect the investors, protect us as the proponents, and obviously keep people like the ASIC and the ATO, you know, happy.
Now, if you've been following, you'll know that Paasifica have achieved an awful lot in a very short space of time. And it doesn't all have to be hard work and meetings. Sometimes you can have a little bit of fun with the work that lies ahead.
So we've got Andrew here from Salt Studios in Toowoomba, taking some corporate shots and getting some shots of hardware that we'd be able to use on our website and brochures and other marketing and promotional material. Currently he's just taking some shots of the inside of the rigs and some of the flashing lights and inner parts that all look pretty special and spectacular. Here we have cow number 7, just getting her photos taken on the big rock. So some more shots. Dave getting excited.
That's it to stay right about there. That's it, perfect.
You know, what you don't see on camera is the socks and no boots.
Now, whether you are starting your own ICO or you're investing in cryptocurrencies, a word that you would have heard very often is white paper. Now, what is a white paper?
Hey Daddy, what you doing?
Hey Skinny, I'm knee deep in research on white papers.
What's a white paper?
So the white paper is the roadmap and information that an organisation provides to the market for their token offering, which kind of says, hey, here's our big idea, here's the problem we're trying to solve, here's how you can be part of it, and here's the details on what we're going to do once we get the outcome.
So even in constructing their white paper, Paasifica are working to be as transparent as possible. What's the problem? What's the solution? And how do we convey that in a way that's simple to understand with minimal jargon? Something that is quite difficult to find amongst other ICOs.
Cool, so are you looking at your white paper or other people's white paper to write yours?
Well, I do have the Paasifica draft white paper right here. But what I've been doing is looking at a whole bunch of comparable white papers. One of the things that we've found common amongst a number of these, not all of them, but a number of them, is just how complicated the offering is and how confusing the document is. No wonder the regulators are cracking down on these things. People are using crazy numbers. They're talking about stuff that's not really relevant, and they're not really addressing some of the core, I guess, project requirements and what they're doing. And certainly, that's something that we've worked hard on in our document, is to keep it really simple. I mean, our whole business is around being turnkey simple. So keeping the document itself simple, having a simple message, having it clear. So, if somebody reads it, they should be able to repeat to us the same message that's in there. Very accurate about our project.
Cool. So are you excited?
I'm very excited. Things are things are moving along really well. Obviously, a lot of work to do, and just benchmarking ourselves. I mean, some of the other things we've been looking at are how successful they've been. Our to-do list. This is page 3 of stuff that we've sort of thought of or found as we've gone through. Also collecting some metrics on community. So, how many Telegram followers do people have? What sort of conversations are they having on Telegram? What are they putting on their Facebook page? And all those sorts of things. There's a selection of ICOs here. Some have happened successfully. Some have happened not successfully. Some are soon to happen, and some are currently in the works. So it's really great just to, I guess, set some benchmarks and some goals and targets for us in terms of what we should be doing at Paasifica and where we fit amongst these varying projects.
So something that struck me as very unique about Shane and his approach to launching a business, let alone through ICO, is he is making no assumptions. He's listening to every single person, every single stakeholder along the way, and taking their questions, concerns, or comments on board. Now, this is very different to what we've seen with other businesses out there that are looking for the shortcuts.
And finally, I've just finished a conversation with a tech advisor out of Sydney, who's been involved in a number of ICOs and other tech projects, more traditional tech projects. Been around the space for a lot of years. In fact, we're sharing stories from back in the .com times. So we've shared our project with him. We've told him what we're trying to achieve and the sort of help that we're looking for to make it a success. And the good news is that everything we're doing seems to be on track. He was certainly very favourable about the comments on our path and progress, and particularly interested in the fact that we are focused on creating real world value and a real world business. And specifically, he made comment around the fact that we're in the market, getting customers for the pilot, talking to potential customers, people that are going to use this, and the positive sign that is in terms of actually having real paying customers, ready to go at point of launch. So
now, if you want to be kept up to speed with this journey, then hit subscribe and become our friend so that you can follow along and see what it takes to launch a successful ICO. If you have any questions, then ask questions and comment so that we know what to include in future episodes. And remember, educate your friends and fellow cryptocurrency enthusiasts so that they know what is really involved and what they should be looking for when investing in a real world company through cryptocurrency. Until the next video, take care and talk soon.
just loving this. Point to the important bit.